Conor McGregor announces political plans on social media ahead of UFC return.
I love what he's doing. I understand why he's doing it. Dude, there's so many millions of people that feel the way that you and I feel that just don't talk because they've been bullied into silence. If you want to change what's going on, you guys got to break out of that being bullied into silence and stop giving a f. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Dana White. You could speak the truth, bro. Like, so what? You're going to irritate some of your friends. F them, dude. We have to protect the country. We have to protect our freedom. We have to get our freedom back. It's our time now. This country was founded by people that were your age or younger.
Yep.
Like, it's our time. You want the world to be fixed? Step the f up. That's what it's going to take. And that's not just here in the United States. That's everywhere in the world. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society. And welcome to reality, guys. Today we have Andy and DJ
Cruise the internet.
That's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for, Cruise the Internet. That's where we put up topics on the screen. We speculate on what we think is true and what we think isn't true. And then we try to talk about how we, the people, can be the solution to the problems going on in the world. Other times we have Q&AF. That's where you submit questions and we give you the answers. You could submit your questions a couple different ways. The first way is,
guys, email those questions into askandy@andyfrisella.com.
Other times we have real talk. And guys, I'm going to start hitting with some more real talks on the regular. That's just 5 to 20 minutes of me giving you guys a little piece of real talk that I think needs to be heard. And then we have full length. That's typical podcast stuff. Person comes in, we talk to them, we put it on the internet. And then we have 75 Hard Verses. 75 Hard Verses is where somebody who has completed the 75 Hard program comes in and talks about how their life was before, how their life is now, and how you can make the improvements and take back control of your life as well. If you're unfamiliar with 75 Hard, it is the world's biggest mental recalibration program that has ever existed in the history of Earth. And you can get it for free at episode 208. It is the initial phase of the Live Hard program. And if you want to know more about it, more than just what it is for free, and you want to go to episode 208 on the audio feed, you can buy the book. And the book is on andyfrisella.com. It's called 75 Hard. I do have a brand new book launching on January 1st. And those of you who bought 75 Hard are going to want to check this book out because it's 100 times better, to be completely honest. We have a fee for the show. The fee is not monetary. I'm not going to ask you to Venmo me. Now, you can if you want, but it's not required. All I ask very simply is that we talk about controversial things here, and we get traffic throttled and shadow banned quite regularly. And I don't take ads on the show because I know that they're going to call me just like they did to Elon and tell me what I can and can't say, and I'm not going to deal with that. So I've never taken ads on the show despite the fact that I could earn a handsome 8-figure income by ads on the show. So I ask in return, you do me a solid, okay? One, support my companies. That's a big deal. I like that a lot. That's a good thing. I think we are the best at what we do anyway, so it's not like I'm asking you to, buy shitty stuff. But two, please share the show. If the show makes you think, if it makes you laugh, it gives you new perspective, if it helps you, if it makes you, if you think it's something that people need to hear or and it needs to be heard, please share the show. We call that paying the fee. So we have this little thing we say around here. It goes like this. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Yeah. Dude, that's a nice little tagline. I like that one. Don't be a hoe, share the show.
I like it too.
I was thinking the only way we grow is if you share the show. But you can't beat that one, though.
Well, I mean, we could be like, don't be a hooker. Be a meth cooker. I mean, where can we go with this? Don't be a clown. Turn that frown upside down. I mean, don't be a host. Share the show is about as good as it can get, bro.
I think we maxed potential on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with you, though, man? Everything good?
I'm just over here not being a hoe.
Hey, me either.
Yeah.
Me either. I had an idea. I want to play a game with you.
What? What?
Your slurps.
I don't run ads on the show.
Uh-huh.
But if I did, it would certainly be for this delicious Screamin' Freedom First Form Energy.
Screamin' Freedom's good, man.
Screamin' Freedom is good.
It's good.
The first time I tasted the Screamin' Freedom.
Did you scream?
I almost screamed. I screamed on the inside. Not on the outside, though.
Right.
But it is a little bit of an acquired taste. First time I drank it, because I was such an orange guy.
Yeah.
It was different, but I like it.
Yeah, the tropic lightnings.
Tropic lightnings is shit.
I mean, you can't beat that.
I think tropic lightning and orange are tied for 1. And I think Screaming Freedom and citrus are tied for 2. And then I think cherry lime and, well, I think blue raz is ahead of cherry lime, and cherry lime is the peasant flavor.
See, I think the orange is.
No, you don't.
I do.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie.
No, man, I want to play a game. I thought it'd be fun to start this episode off with a game.
I ain't playing tummy sticks.
No,
Right.
that we don't play that on
That's
there.
another game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to play a game. So I got 10 names. Okay, we're gonna go through these names, and each person that I bring up, you got to give me 1-word reaction.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Okay,
All right.
that's the game.
I don't know if I like this game.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, 1 word, Andy. That's it.
Okay. I feel like I'm walking into a trap here, bro.
No, it's not a trap. It's decent.
You
right?
guys know what these names are? All right.
No. All right, you good? You ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, first one. Kylie Jenner.
Rich.
Oh, fair. Young Dolph.
The goat.
Well, that's 2 words.
That doesn't count as a word.
I think it does.
All right. Goat. Huh?
I'll accept it.
All right. All right.
Bro, that was a Biden moment right there. I got 3 words for you. America's great.
I don't think in these scenarios that the counts.
Nah,
Yeah.
That counts.
All right. Well,
all right.
fine.
Dave Chappelle. What we got?
Yeah, I think goat.
Goat.
Yeah, he's good too.
Bill Gates.
Traitor.
Ice Cube.
OG. That's 1 word, bro.
Bro, that's not 1 word.
That's 1 word.
I'll accept it.
Original gangster is
That's
2
2
words.
words.
OG is 1 word.
Okay. All right, so no dots, no periods.
That's OG.
Got it. Okay. All right, Future.
Trash.
Goat.
I'm just saying, I like Future. I'm just talking shit because Madot loves him.
Yeah, but I told him that I'd put him in here. I like Future too, bro. He
Yeah,
makes
I
some
like Future
he makes
shit.
some good music.
Yeah.
All right, Hillary. Andy, say something nice.
You already know the word. The word is. That's the word.
I'll allow it.
That's the word. Everybody knows that. That's not. Listen, I guarantee you, every single person. I mean, dude, look, she is a highly unlikable person.
Yeah.
No, nobody likes her. The people who voted for her don't even like her. The people who voted for her because she wasn't Trump and she was the first woman. And
Yeah.
they didn't like her.
No,
Nobody likes her.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. All right. Next, a couple more. Sexy Red. Do you know who this is?
No.
Riding around town, thugging with my rounds. Coochie pink, booty hole brown.
Gross.
Yeah, I agree. William Wallace.
Uncle.
he is.
Yeah.
He is actually.
Yeah.
Do people know that story?
I think we told it on the
Did
show
we tell
before. Yeah, I think we told it
Yeah.
on Q&AF. Yeah.
Fucking William Wallace, man. Last but not least, got Ronnie Coleman.
I couldn't give Ronnie Coleman one word, bro. He's a fucking awesome dude.
Yeah.
He's an awesome dude. He's always, listen, I'll tell you what about Ronnie Coleman.
You met him, right?
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah.
We don't know each other we don't know. I haven't met him since we've grown up in business,
Yeah.
but I knew him back in the beginning of when we started business. And I'm going to tell you something, dude. That's a very nice man. He's respectful to everybody. He treats everybody right. Even when we were nothing and we were nobodies, he treated us like we were the only people around. He's the first professional bodybuilder I ever met.
Oh, shit.
Ever. Yeah. And he was amazing. He came out and posed to Black Rob like whoa back in like 1999, 2000.
It's a good
It was
song.
awesome. But I mean, I don't have one word for him. He's just a class act. Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I do too.
I love it. But yeah, Hillary can go get
Yeah, well, you asked for the word, man. If I would have said any other word, y'all know I'd be lying.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think nice like there's no positive words that can go in the same sentence.
She's not likable, man.
Yeah.
Like she's not likable. She patronizes people. She's, you know, she pretends to be for the people and she's clearly not. You know, take away all the rumors and all the stuff that we can't really verify is actually true. You know, this woman's caused more damage to the country than any single human being over the last decade. No question.
Contributed to it.
Yeah,
least.
no, dude. She was responsible for the Steele dossier, which was made up, which has created the rift in society that we all deal with. And you know, they plugged in identity politics around it. It was a completely made up document. That's fact.
She got a slap on the wrist.
She didn't get shit. She should be in prison for the rest of her life at a minimum.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
No, the FC,
when you think of the ripple effect that she's actually created because of what she did, she's created so much division, so much animosity, so much damage, so many lives lost because of her wanting her own self to be president. Like, I think she is the worst person. I think she's the worst American that I could currently name. The worst. And this isn't a Democrat-Republican thing. I don't fucking like the Republicans either. This is just the truth.
It's not a woman, it's a sexist thing.
For her own glory, she helped destroy a country and a culture. And she is responsible for that.
Yeah.
You know, she's still talking about wanting to get in the race this year. Listen, go ahead. Everybody hates you. Go ahead. You lose again. Be embarrassed again. The only reason they lost in 2016 is because they ran her. Had they run anybody else, they would have won.
I probably would have had a decent chance. Yeah. No, that's real shit, man. That's real. Well, cool. Thanks for playing. Wasn't that bad.
No.
Wasn't that bad. Had a few surprises in there.
No, that's all good.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, it is CTI, so let's get into these headlines. Let's start our cruise. Remember, if you wanted to see any of these articles, pictures, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You can find them there. If you're watching on YouTube, check down in the description below. You can find that link there as well. So with that being said, man, let's get into it. Headline number one. Headline number one reads, White House warns Congress the U.S. is out of money, nearly out of time to avoid kneecap to Ukraine. Now, this is an interesting little story that just came out, and I got some context for it, but the Biden administration on Monday, that's the day when the show is being recorded, sent Congress an urgent warning about the need to approve tens of billions of dollars in military and economic assistance to Ukraine, saying Kyiv's war effort to defend itself from Russia's invasion may grind to a halt without it. In a letter to House and Senate leaders, and also released publicly, Office of Management and Budget Director Shalanda Young warned the U.S. will run out of funding to send weapons and assistance to Ukraine by the end of the year, saying that would kneecap Ukraine on the battlefield. She added that the U.S. already has run out of money that it has used to prop up Ukraine's economy, and if, quote, if Ukraine's economy collapses, they will not be able to keep fighting, full stop. Quote, we are out of money and nearly out of time, she wrote. Now, so far to date, there's been about $111 billion that has been sent to Ukraine. Biden is seeking another $106 billion.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this whole time there's been 111. Now they're trying to send another 106?
Correct, yeah. So to date, Congress has already allocated $111 billion. Now, this new effort is actually going to be a wrapped up package with a nice little bow, and it's supposed to include stuff for Israel, and there's other needs that they're not disclosing at this time. But yeah, $106 billion aid package that's been rejected by Congress multiple times. It's still going. So yeah. And then they've used, allegedly, about 97% of that money.
They stole that money.
100%.
Bro, Zelensky has multiple tens of millions of dollars homes. He has multiple yachts. These people stole the money. And now what they're trying to do is they're afraid that potentially they're not going to be in office a year from now. So they're like, let's try to steal another $100 billion.
Try to cash in everything.
Yeah, dude. Let's see the bank records of these people.
Oh, no. We're out of money.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, where's...
I'll say this, though. I know who's not out of money. Biden, because also at the time of this recording just comes out, we got the actual proof now. It is verifiable without a shadow of a doubt, absolute proof. Biden absolutely got paid from Hunter's firm. All of the evidence is out. It's been disclosed today at the time of recording. So if you guys have not yet seen that, this headline reads, Biden got recurring $1,380 payment from Hunter's firm starting in 2018. So President Biden received a recurring payment of $1,380 from his son Hunter's law firm beginning in late 2018, shortly after a bank money laundering officer warned that the same account was receiving millions of dollars in Chinese government-linked funds without, quote, any services rendered. Now, a source told the New York Post that at least 3 recurring payments were made on September 17th, October 15th, and November 15th of 2018, totaling a little bit over $4,100. Quote, today, the House Oversight Committee is releasing subpoenaed bank records that show Hunter Biden's business entity, Owasco PC, made direct monthly payments to Joe Biden. This wasn't a payment from Hunter Biden's personal account, but an account for his corporation that received payments from China and other shady corners of the world. That's James Comer, the committee chair. Quote, at this moment, Hunter Biden is under an investigation by the Department of Justice for using Owasco PC for tax evasion and other serious crimes. And based on whistleblower testimony, we know the Justice Department made a concerted effort to prevent investigators from asking questions about Joe Biden. I wonder why. Now, nobody wants to talk about it. None of the mainstream media is talking about it. But again, I've seen the documents. The proof is out there. But you search it, none of the mainstream media, left-leaning news agencies are covering it right now. And that's at this time. But we know we have the WhatsApp messages. Do you remember back when it came out that, they asked Biden about being in the room when Hunter was making that call with China, right? Here's the video from that conversation.
There's this testimony now where one of your son's former business associates is claiming that you were on speakerphone a lot with them talking business. Is that what?
Never talk business in anybody. And I knew you'd have a lousy question.
Well, why is that a lousy question?
Because it's not true.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, even though
So you're not allowed to ask him questions that aren't true, that actually are true?
I mean, this is the direct text message from Hunter Biden to Z in China. Please have the director call me, not James or Tony or Jim. Have him call me tonight. I am sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Or the time when he was asked about all of the payments that were sent to all of his members of the family, over $1 million in direct payments.
Any reaction to House GOP's memo about your family dealings, sir? Any reaction to House GOP's new memo about your family dealings, sir?
Family dealings.
Yes, you're revealing that Hunter Biden's business associate sent over $1 million to 3 of your family members. Any reaction to that report?
Not true.
Yeah, even though it is true. We got all the bank statements to prove it. Andy, what do you got on this?
Well, this is just a tip. I mean, this is just the beginning of what's been going on. It's very obvious to anyone who's been paying attention, and I realize that a lot of people haven't been paying attention. But when you look at the situation of our country and you look at, all the things that have happened since this man has took office, and you don't just blindly listen to what they say, like inflation's not real and, inflation's overhyped and inflation's not really a concern. And then all of a sudden now inflation's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bidenomics works. Then why is it $85 to go get some fucking snacks for your kid? Like my buddy Hayden posted today. I was one of my good buddies on the internet who does very well for himself. He doesn't go to the grocery store a lot. Okay. But he goes and he's like, holy shit, this bag of snacks for my kids was $85. And, like we talked about last week, you ask people about their current living situation and they're very honest about it. They're like, it sucks, bro. It's the worst it's ever been. Our money is going it's not that it's not going as far, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
And this, in my opinion, from what I've seen and the evidence that I've seen, and I think anybody who's been paying attention would come to the same conclusion, that when we look at, what's happening at the border, when we look at what's happening with crime in the cities, when we look at the division in society, when we look at the state of our economic, our dollar, when you look at our military equipment being sent to Europe and left there, when you look at the money being sent to Ukraine, when you look at all of these things, we could go on and on and on. We keep going. The reality is those are intentional decisions. And it would be one thing if this man was coming out and making a good case for these intentional decisions, but that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is they're making these decisions and then they're sending out, KGP onto the press secretary stage where they deflect and they don't apologize. They don't admit that they made any bad decisions. They basically present it as if this very old senile man is just stupid. And when you really think about that, it makes sense as to why they would have this guy in the position that he's in, because he's so senile and he's so stupid that he can do all of these things. And we all know that he's not calling the shots. We all know that this man is not in charge. And who is? Most people believe Barack Obama's in charge. All right. And Barack Obama's been seen in clips saying, hey, would I ever run again? No, but if I could be in the basement and have an earpiece, I would do that. Well, that's what he's doing. And when we look at the situation of what's happening, and you look at how they deflect accountability for the situation, kind of blame it on him being a little bit stupid or senile, it makes sense what they're doing to me, which is this guy's an actual traitor. He's actually compromised. He's actually been paid to make these decisions on purpose. They're intentionally destroying America to get it into the globalist category so they can create a one world government like the WEF talks about all day long and have written books about. And most people, are starting to kind of understand what's happening there. We've been talking about it for years here, and other people have been talking about it for decades, like Alex Jones, who gets made fun of all the time, right? The reality is he's intentionally destroying the country, and they're doing so for economic benefit. And as we had Tim Parlatore on here last week, that is by definition a traitor.
Yep.
And that's what we're dealing with. We have a number of people inside of our government who have been compromised for financial gain for themselves and are making intentional decisions that are not in the interest of the American people at all. All right. They look at the people, like we've said a million times on the show, as slaves. And the little slaves go to work and we get to tax them on half of their stuff. They think half, but actually we know, because we understand the scheme, that it's much more than half, because most people focus on income tax, but they don't talk about sales tax or tax to own shit, tax to, put gas in your car or buy groceries. We don't talk about any of these things. Property tax, and then when you die, they hit you with a death tax, which takes 65% of your entire wealth generation over the course of your life. So if they're taxing you while you're alive,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, listen, if they tax you while you're alive, and if you add up your income tax plus all the other taxes you pay, that tax is going to be greater than 50% for every income class in the country. Okay? Understand that. So first of all, you work for the government. All of us. We work for the United States government more than we work for ourselves. Then when we accumulate wealth out of this very oppressive system and we actually manage to somehow scrape our way out of it and start making some money, what happens? We live our lives and then we die. And when we die, they hit you with a death tax that takes 65% of your personal wealth, which means you are actually the minority business partner in the business of being you. You are partners with the United States government and you are the fucking minority shareholder. So people do not understand.
Where does that money go? Where does the death tax, where does that money go?
They take it and they send it over to Ukraine or put it in their pocket or send it to Ukraine and have it kicked back to them. I mean, bro, it's these people, this is fucking not free. We're not free.
Damn.
It's real shit. We are not free people, and we are told we are free, but we are not free. And if we were free, and let's say we did agree that a certain tax percentage was owed, like what they say in the Bible, 10%, okay, we could shrink the size of the government and actually make it so it serves the people, not profits from the people. And now we have a situation where everybody's contributing what America's supposed to be. Everybody contributes. The government exists to serve. Nobody's getting rich in the government. And we have a scenario where everybody else would be free to accumulate. Think how much more wealth you could accumulate if you didn't have to pay these taxes. If you only had 10% tax, all in, meaning your income and all the other shit you pay, what would the world look like here? It would look completely different, because every single human being would be able to accumulate more and more and more wealth. And they convince poor people that this is a stupid idea because they convince them that people like me who have worked their whole lives and built something are somehow the enemy and will just take the money and put it in their pocket. But they don't understand how a business works. If that's truly true and you think I'm a greedy, well then, if you didn't tax me, I would spend the money on growing the business. And what's required for me to grow the business? Oh, careers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So like the logic that they put on people to make them believe that tax the rich is a good thing is absurd. And it preys on people's financial literacy. All right. So when we talk about, who the rich people are, the richest people don't pay any tax. They're not paying. And if they paid 10%, everybody else wouldn't have to pay 50, 60, 70% all in. They wouldn't have to do that. Okay. So if everybody gave 10%, every single human being in the country, no matter who you are, and then you made it so only the people who had a job and paid the 10% could vote, we'd have a much different looking country. We'd have a country full of wealth. Why don't they want citizens wealthy? Because they're hard to control. This is long. The idea of a free America went bye-bye a long time ago and is now replaced with this idea where they sell you the idea that you're free, but in reality, we exist to fund them. And that's why so many fucking criminal people go there, because they go there to get rich. You shouldn't be able to get rich in the United States government. You shouldn't be able to go in there worth X and then come out 100 times X. That's not what this is. It's supposed to be service. It's supposed to be just like a soldier who serves his country. Yeah. Well, for some people, they didn't serve their country. But like for me, right? Like let's say I went out and built a great business. Eventually, I would start looking at service, which would be serving as a senator or serving as a congressperson or serving in my state government or serving. It's service. It's not a scheme to get rich. And it's now a scheme to get rich. This is what we're served, what we're told we have and what we actually have are completely two different things. And people don't understand that because people will they go, oh, well, yeah. What are we going to do? Well, it's real easy. Like, it's real easy. Everybody starts demanding that shit changes and shit will change. But just thinking like, and then look how they try to intimidate you with the IRS. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, dude, I just saw something. They're increasing the tax penalties if you underpay.
Well, I mean, dude, look.
Making it way harsher.
They make it so that if you start making a whole bunch of money, they come after you anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, this is about slavery through financial restriction. Look at Elon Musk. Look what he's doing. Would he be able to do that if he hadn't have gotten that rich?
No.
What if 1,000 other people had gotten that rich because they had the financial capability? If you understood what it took to actually turn a profit in a business, like most people don't, they just say, oh, they're raising their prices, they're gouging the prices. If you actually understood what it takes to get through the fucking United States tax code and make money, you would be appalled. It's disgusting. Like, you get taxed at multiple different levels throughout the process. Like, you guys think that if I buy this and I get $100 and I make this widget and I sell it and it cost me $50 and I sold it for $100, you think I just made $50. That's not what the fuck I made. I get taxed on that fucking $50 by 50%. So I actually only made $25. So how the fuck am I supposed to take that $25 and reinvest it into another widget that I just sold one and make another one? It's very hard to do, and it takes a long time. This is why businesses are suffering, and this is why people are frustrated. And this is and they instead of saying, instead of people saying, well, they're taxing us too much, or the tax, like, we threw a revolution over a 3% tax, bro. And over the course of the last 247 years, we have gone from 3% to where now we're back to a situation that's even worse than what happened when the colonial Americans came and tried to break away from England. Like, we pay more taxes than those motherfuckers ever did in their entire lives. It's insanity. And look what we get for it. It'd be different if this whole country looked like Dubai, right, and there was no crime and everything was beautiful and there was no litter and people got along. I think people would be okay paying a higher tax, but that's not what we get. What do we get?
Bullshit.
We get shit. We get literal human feces in the street. We get homeless problems. We get crime problems. We get we don't have shit. We got shitty streets. We got shitty buildings. We got a shitty country because these motherfuckers are stealing all the money from us. That's what's happening. It's real, and people don't understand it because people are too busy trying to survive.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you're born into something like that, it's just like the Matrix. Like when you're born into it, you don't know any better. Right? So you're just like, this is the way it is. But like what is happening in our country regarding the tax code of the citizens? A lot of people like to say taxation is theft. It's not theft. It's actually extortion. Because if you don't pay, where do they put you?
Jail.
That's right. So it's you fucking work for me, give me most of your money, and if you don't, fuck you, you're going to jail. That's where we live. Does that sound free to you?
No.
It's not free. We're not free.
And then you don't really have any input on
We're
where
not
the fuck
free.
it goes.
All of these political candidates, Vivek is the only one that said 10% tax. The only one. The only one. Donald Trump's not saying that shit. Why not? Why aren't you saying that, Donald Trump? Why aren't you saying, hey, you'll correct the tax code for our country to be normal? Why aren't you saying we'll downsize the government and clean it out? Why aren't you saying that? That's what we need. And here's the other thing.
Need to abolish.
Hold
the
on.
IRS.
Here's the other thing. Dude, that's the first thing. Here's the other thing. Okay? Let me ask you this. All right? What happens when these big companies get in big trouble, like in 2008 or 2020? What does the government do in response? They create bailouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they print more money and prop these companies up. Now, what would the other alternative be? What would the other alternative other than printing money be? It would be to wipe the fucking debt clean. Okay, so you have these bank institutions that are so powerful and have been around so long, and we owe them, the citizens of this country and the government of this country owe them trillions of dollars. Okay, when are they going to take the hit for once? Because every time they print the money, it just puts us further in debt. When are we going to say, hey, no, fuck you, your fucking debt is wiped out. You could start over. We'll still work on the same system or a similar system with lower taxes and make them take the hit for once. When's that going to happen? Why does no one talk about that? Oh, that's because they'll figure out a way to get fucking unalived because they say it. Like, dude, we live in the biggest fucking scam that's ever existed. You think Bernie Madoff was a scammer? Bro, our fucking government, our banking system is the biggest fucking scammers ever in the history of mankind. And people don't do shit about it. And these people are 1,000 years old. Fuck them, dude. No, I'm being serious. Yeah. It's time to say it, dude. It's time to be done with it. These people should be, a real president will come in and look at them and be like, nobody owes you shit. You got fucking trillions of dollars. You're the richest people on the planet. Fuck you. Everybody else, your debt is gone. All these institutions and these loans, they're starting at zero, and it would collapse shit, but it would put people in a position of power to start over again, as opposed to collapsing shit and everybody being fucked.
Yeah.
They deserve to be fucked for once.
I'm with that, man. Guys, tell us what you guys think on this topic.
No one talks about that. Why is Donald Trump not saying, hey, we're going to do that? Why not? Why not? Because that's what is needed to actually fix the country.
Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hashtag, come on, man. Let us know what you guys think.
Dude, think about how much the country, think about how instantly the country would be in a completely different place if all the major credit cards and all the major loan institutions and all the major banks had to forgive the debt that they've put out. Look, imagine what that would do. They've never had to do that. They've never said, hey, we got to take the hit this time. They always put it more on us. Print more money, print more money, print more money, print more money, which fucks us.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have anybody. And bro, these people understand this. These government presidents and congressmen and senators understand that. You know why they don't say shit? Because they're all on the fucking take, bro. All of them. Because it's a logical solution that could happen instantly if you got the right motherfucker in office. But these people are in control of 3-letter agencies, and what do they do to people like this?
Silence.
They fucking unalive them, dude. Our government, the way it's set up right now, the talons of corruption are so fucking deep inside of it. It's going to take a total restructuring for it to work. That should be wiped. Period. We actually live in an opportunity right now where this could all be corrected. It's the first time in history where this could all be corrected if people demanded it. But people are so financially illiterate, they won't say shit. Or they're scared, they're intimidated to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're already taking all your money, man. What the f*** you scared of?
What you got to lose? Well, guys, that was our first headline. It is time to cruise some comments. I got a good one for you, man. This is an OG post right here. And, yeah, let's cruise the comments. Guys, today's comment comes from Lazar Rovera, 8964. He says, "Hey, Andy, heard your 1,000 Days podcast episode 3 years ago. And now I can say 1,000 days later, today, my life is better than I expected. Highly thanks to you, your content, and that specific episode. Haha. Thank you, brother. Hope to meet you soon."
That's awesome, man.
That was a good episode.
That's someone who understands the game. Okay, if you want to understand the game and how to win it, you should go listen to, which one is that up there? Episode 16 on Real AF feed, and you should go listen to the 1,000 Days episode, and there's 2 parts to it.
Mm-hmm.
Madad will give me the numbers here in just a second. But here's the game, okay? You can hope, you can wish, you can dream, you can say you're gonna, but the reality is until you start stacking wins day by day by day by day, nothing's going to happen. The game is played one day at a time. And if you have the capacity to wake up today, go through the entire day, do everything you're supposed to do, be smart enough to figure out what the actions of a winner look like, and execute on those for one day, you have exactly what's required to win at the highest level you could ever possibly win at. Because all you have to do is look at it like the day is over and I'm starting over tomorrow. And today I have a score of 0 on the second day. And at the end of the day, I want to score 100. Okay? And if you score 100 the first day, that means you can do it again the next day. And that means you can do it again the next day. So this is why it doesn't matter where you come from or what your background you're in or whatever. It doesn't matter where you are. If you start to understand the game, which most people don't, and understand that it's just cumulative days stacked together that produce a result over the course of your life, and you do that, you can't be stopped. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can hate you into like losing. Doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what your skin color is or what the f*** your parents did or what they didn't do or any of this shit. It's about stacking wins in a cumulative fashion over the course of time. And when you do that, winning is undeniable. So understand the game today. You may not have understood the game, but the game is this. Win today, win tomorrow, win the next day, and then win 1,000 fucking days in a row. And if you do that, you'll be just like this dude here saying, man, my life is better than I ever expected it could be. That's the reality of the game. What are the episodes?
58 and 64.
58 and 64 on Real AF feed. So go listen to 16, 58, and 64 in succession, and that will teach you all you need to know about what it takes to win.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. Yeah. Great job, brother. I'm glad it does. Glad
it works.
Life does look good, man.
Listen, you can't lose that way. You cannot lose that way. Most people like to pretend that there's magic to it. But the reason they like to pretend there's magic to it is because it allows them to defer and deflect accountability for their own decisions that they made. They can say, oh, it doesn't matter. Even if I made the right decisions, it's not going to work out. That's bullshit. You're your own worst enemy because you don't understand how it actually works. I'm a dumb motherfucker from St. Louis, Missouri, bro. I figured out one thing. I figured out how the game actually works, and I play the game the way the game is supposed to be played. And because of that, I might be dumber than you. I might be less skilled than you. I might be less talented than you. I might have less advantages than you. But I win bigger than you because I play the game exactly as it's supposed to be played. Every single motherfucking day I wake up, I try to win the day. I don't win every single day, but I win enough to produce a fucking life of winning. And that's the game. So learn the game, play the game, and there's going to be no limits to what you do. What'd you say they were again?
58 and 64.
16, 58, and 64 in Real AF feed to teach you a whole f***ing game.
Yeah, I love
for
it.
free.
I love it. Guys, we appreciate you guys. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing. Make sure you guys are subscribing to see when get all the new episodes coming out. We got some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so keep being real ass fans. We appreciate you guys. Let's get back into our cruise, man. Headline number 2. Andy, you are a man of leadership, so I thought this would be a nice little topic conversation here. Let's talk about it. So headline number 2. Pentagon, U.S. warship, multiple commercial vessels attacked in Red Sea. So a U.S. Navy warship and multiple commercial vessels came under attack Sunday in the Red Sea, the Pentagon said, marking a potential escalation in a series of maritime attacks in the Mideast linked to the Israel-Hamas war. Quote, "We are aware of reports regarding attacks on the USS Conor and commercial vessels in the Red Sea and will provide information as it becomes available," the Pentagon confirmed, according to AP. The USS Conor, which is a destroyer, is an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. There is no indication yet it returned fire on its attackers. A U.S. official speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss intelligence matters said the attack began about 10 a.m. in Sana'a, Yemen, and had been going on for as much as 5 hours. There was no immediate comment from the Houthis. However, a Houthi terrorist spokesman earlier said, quote, "important statement would be released shortly," the AP report said. Now, 3 weeks ago, the USS Conor shot down 3 land attack cruise missiles and several drones launched by Iranian-backed Houthi forces in Yemen, in a potential widening of instability in the Middle East, initiated by actors backed by Iran. You got that going on. British, they've also been having some issues. They've been having some drone attacks on some of their vessels. And there's just this string of just poke with no response, right? And it's not just specific to the United States. Like I said, British has some issues. This headline actually just came out a few days ago from Australia. I'm not sure if you saw this, but this headline reads, "Australia says its Navy divers were likely injured by the Chinese Navy's unsafe use of sonar." Listen to this. So Australia on Saturday accused the Chinese Navy of likely causing minor injuries to Australian naval divers by operating its sonar while they were trying to clear fishing nets from their ship's propellers. The Australian government has expressed its serious concerns to the Chinese government over what it called the unsafe and unprofessional conduct earlier this week, Defense Minister Richard Marles said in the statement on his official website. So this Australian boat was out in the ocean, right, being Australian, okay? Fishing net got caught in the propellers. This Chinese destroyer pulls up next to it, right? The Australian ship says, "Hey, we got sailors in the water," right? They're fixing it. The Chinese destroyer turns on its active sonar, right? Now, problem is that anytime you're in the water, that sonar, bro, it could rupture your eardrums, organs, internal bleeding. It gets over 140 decibels if you're in the water. It's really, really bad for you. The divers sustained minor injuries, likely due to being subjected to the sonar pulses from the Chinese destroyer. China, basically, they didn't even respond at first, but there is a response. I'm going to show you the video.
Blast at Beijing coming a fortnight after Navy divers from HMAS Toowoomba were injured when a nearby Chinese warship switched on its undersea sonar, something Lu Jianchao denies happening.
China did it in a very professional way. We did nothing that harms the sailors, the naval people, or that ship.
Which is certainly not the view of Australia's Navy chief.
It was unsafe, it was unprofessional.
I think such small incidents could really escalate if it's not properly managed.
Managing the relationship with China is difficult even at the best of times, but ensuring incidents at sea don't escalate is trickier still if the two sides don't even talk.
We don't have a direct relationship between our Navy and the PLA Navy. I think this is an issue for government.
Even then, it's not clear if differences can be resolved.
But you say that no Australian sailors were hurt. That's not the Australian view.
Clear the picture, do your investigations, and then find out the facts.
Yeah, what are the facts?
Well, you're telling your little vessel will get there.
Facts contested as much as the South China Sea. Andrew Probin, 9 News.
Yeah, so, I mean, but here's my question, Andy. Andy, you got, 500-something people on the roof here, right? Even just your team. What happens when somebody fucks with your people? Like, what's your response?
Well, I think we know what my response is. I fucking erase them, okay? From being able to do that in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter how.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily go on social media like a lot of these pussies do and talk about it. Okay? But yeah. I guarantee you there's repercussions.
It's handled.
People fuck with me, they get fucked with back, and they never even know it's me.
Yeah.
That's why you don't fuck with people who have resources. Ever. You should never fuck with somebody who's got more resources than you. Because they have the ability to make your life real fucking miserable without you really being able to do shit about it.
Yeah.
And they can do it for as long as they fucking want. Okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing, I don't trust our own media. Okay. So like when they're saying that there was these attacks in the Middle East, you know, from all I can observe, you know, the media and the government, they kind of want a war, you know, of some sort. So I don't know how, you know, are we talking like, you know, I'm the captain now, like some dudes riding up, throwing fucking rocks at the ship, you know, like, is that, or what are we talking about?
Where's the evidence?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where's the video of you guys shooting down these cruise missiles? I mean, I think for the amount of violation of trust that's happened over the last few years, we're going to have to see what's actually true and what's not true. And all these reports coming, like bro, you can't walk down the street. Look, you could track a vehicle anywhere they go in the United States country with the license plate program. Okay. So you're telling me there's no video that exists of them shooting this down? That they could just say, hey, look, these guys shot at us and we did this and here's what's happening. Where's that? Where's that? You know what I'm saying? It's just like in Ukraine.
If they're really trying to pull the justification of people, and the
Correct.
American people, they would want that, right?
Correct. So I don't trust, you know, what they say. You know, and then how severe was it? Is it you came in vicinity? Because could we not agree that our media is so irresponsible that even if a warship of ours was in the vicinity of a I'm the captain now type pirate ship, that they would make a report out of it? Like, do you think they would do that?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, they shut the world down for a fucking cold.
That's what I'm saying. They would probably definitely jump on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could see them doing some things like that to escalate tensions and escalate, you know, we got to get them, right? Now, if it were real stuff and we're really getting attacked, I would say that we would use force to eliminate those people from the planet immediately. Like before the news even ever hit.
So why haven't they? That's my question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, how do we know it's true?
Yeah.
Because wouldn't that be the response? Wouldn't the response be if you were really attacked that you would retaliate fucking immediately?
Yeah. And bro, apparently these attacks have been going on daily.
Yeah, and you know, so I don't know. And also, there's things I don't know. There's things that there could be a lot of things going on that we don't know. And you know, they said that these are backed by Iran.
We keep saying that.
Yeah, but who do they want to go to war with?
Iran.
Right.
Right.
So, you know, how do we know? There's a bunch of little gangs and tribes and terrorist organizations all over that area of the world, bro. We don't know who's backed by who. Half the motherfuckers use U.S. weapons. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's a fact.
yeah, so we don't know what's going on. And so to say like this is what we should do, I couldn't responsibly say because men's lives are at stake and I would have to know the actual facts. But in general, if we were attacked, I would kill them immediately.
I mean, that's how I look at it, bro. It's like, you know, if we know who they are and we know where they are, like my question is just how much longer does this continue before American troops actually are hurt by these attacks? And then what's the response? Do we like when?
Yeah, I mean, that's my point. We don't know. And then like we think about how they're trying to weaken the reputation of the United States. Our government is working to weaken. Yes. Yeah. And so what would present a weaker country than someone who just gets punched in the face a bunch of times, doesn't do shit about it?
Don't do nothing about it.
Right. Like, dude, bullies have to be punched back. And they have to be punched back harder than they punch you. Okay? So like I was saying a minute ago, when someone fucks with me, which is rare, I get a good relationship with most people. When someone steps out of line, I make it real painful, very painful, like for a long time. And that's what Trump does too. That's his whole style. Trump's like, well, I'll fucking ruin you, bro. Like, and you need to have that level of fear for people to respect you and not fuck with you.
Because even for people who may not, you know, want to cause harm, if they know that that's going to be the reaction, guess what? They don't do anything about it.
Correct.
They don't fuck with you.
Correct.
You know, it's necessary.
So dude, we have to fucking, you know what's actually going on, and we don't. And as far as what's going on in Australia and China, I mean, yeah, it does seem like the Chinese fuck with everybody.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do, bro.
But do they?
But that's what. Oh, I mean. I don't know, man. I feel like they do.
I know you do, but that's because every story that you've ever read in your entire life, because you live in the middle of the United States of America, says that.
Yeah.
So are they really? I think we have to assume that none of these people are telling the actual truth at all, because there's agendas at play. This is all propaganda, dude. There are agendas at play for these people to make money.
Stakeholders.
Yes, and they are going to do whatever they can to get people to be on their side of whatever they're trying to cause, right?
Yeah.
And so I would imagine Australia's agenda from the political top is probably somehow, in contention with China. You know what I mean? Like, and also there's another thing. Like, when your own government's doing fucked up shit, don't you think they want to blame it on their enemy? The enemy? Putin did the election. Putin, Trump's colluding with Putin, and then it ends up being made up lie, completely made up by our own members of our own government.
Nord Stream pipelines.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a great point.
So there's too much bullshit, man. It's impossible to know what's going on, which is what they want.
Guys, tell us what you guys think. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think on this topic. Hashtag it never happened. And let us know. But guys, with that being said, man, let's get to our third and final headline of the day. Headline number 3. This is a good one. I like this guy, man. He's really picking up some steam. Conor McGregor announces political plans on social media ahead of UFC return. Did you see this?
No.
Oh, man. So former UFC 2-division champion and megastar Conor McGregor has recently been making headlines, but not for his return to mixed martial arts. McGregor is actively sharing his views on the ongoing situation in his home country of Ireland. Fans and critics alike are praising McGregor for his bold takes on the current Irish government. However, he has also come under investigation for tweeting against the government. Now, fans and native Irish people are urging the former UFC champion to make his political debut and run for office. McGregor has also been hinting at his political aspirations for some time. A Twitter X user previously quoted McGregor saying, quote, "Hands up if you want to see Conor McGregor become the next president of Ireland." The Notorious retweeted the post and directly hinting at his political plans. Recently, McGregor directly expressed his desire to become an influential leader in Ireland. He posted a picture of himself on Twitter with the caption, "Ireland, your president." Here's the tweet. I think he's going for it, bro. I think he's going for it. And then he followed it up with this statement. So this was in response to this person tweeting out. They say the original tweet said, quote, "I see that brave patriot Conor McGregor has deleted the bulk of his recent tweets. Now he's under legal threat. For 30 years, the true brave patriots of Ireland, when under actual threat from the real enemies of Ireland, never shied away from their beliefs." Basically trying to say that Conor McGregor was being
a pussy,
yeah. Right? Well, this was Conor's reply. Quote, "Not at all. My statements, widely publicized, stand. I removed after they have been up and well reported on for a plethora of reasons. Some personal. Seeing my country in flames hurts my heart. Seeing a man label a person who stabs innocent children in broad daylight a quote-unquote gentleman sickens me. As it stands, I am not appointed by the state. I post my thoughts, I allow reporting, then I am in my right to remove from my line. It is also time effective. I have 4 children, a major fight incoming, multiple businesses with almost 300 people employed and growing. I need to be correct with my time. Engaging with so much on here can impact in a multitude of ways. Clearing the slate after it gets reported, I am happy with. I know some of you don't like this, but it keeps me dialed in, and I'm still here. I'd give my life for the peace and prosperity of Ireland. Ireland gave me everything I have. I'd give it right back if and when it calls." And then now people are loving it, right? So these are just a few comments from it.
See that picture, bro?
Which one?
Go back. That's how men should be looking.
That's the only way he looks. That's
Listen,
the only way you see him.
Why do you think I look good in my suits? When I saw Conor McGregor, I figured out who the fuck made his suits, and I went and got my suits made by him.
Mm-hmm.
David August, California, bro, the best in the fucking world. Okay, that's how a man looks. A man doesn't look wearing saggy ass sweatpants. Oh, he's wearing his FQ coat there. I got one of those. I got a FQ pair of shorts. I do, made out of that same material that they made his jacket out of. Don't you have something from them that says "f you" on it? No, Dave does.
No, Dave has a tie.
Dave has a tie.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing, bro. That's culture. That's how men should be dressing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's
something to be said for that.
No, these dudes wearing sweatpants and fucking oversized shit and running around like, bro, y'all look like a bunch of fucking little kids. Like you look like these one-piece sweat. Like it looks like they should have fucking footsies in them, and you should be running around on Christmas morning.
Saggy diaper.
Yeah, it's just douche-looking shit. Have a couple basic outfits, bro. Have some jeans and some fucking cool shoes, and some fucking and a basic casual outfit, and then look good in a suit. Spend the money, man. We need to bring this shit back. Anyway, that's a little rant that has nothing to do with this, but I appreciate the dude's swag. I always have.
It's awesome, man. And people are loving them, bro. Like, I mean, these are just a few comments. Make Ireland great again.
If I ever come back on social media, bro, it's all fucking suits. Yeah. It's all I'm fucking rocking. It's all I'm rocking. Yeah, just photos of me in suits looking pimp as fuck.
Yeah. Somebody else said, take the throne. This person said, take your country back from the globalist elites. They got AI pictures running around of them now. I think it's an unfair criticism of him for him to take his post down and people saying you're not in or whatever. I mean, look, dude, this guy's unlike most people. He has a lot to fucking lose and a lot to think about and a lot of responsibility, like he just said. Really no different than I do in a different way. And I take shit down all the time. You know what I'm saying? I post it up just for the reason he said, so it gets out, people start sharing it, and I take it down. And part of the reason is for my own mental health. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how many notifications are you getting while that's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's a part of it too. I mean, he's getting millions of impressions on those tweets.
Bro, have you not seen those stories I've been posting where I show my mentions?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's see any of these fake influencers can post their mentions, and we'll find out who's got real depth in their following and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's really see that.
Let's check it out.
They can fake their followers and their traffic, but you can't fake that shit. Okay? And it does get overwhelming, and it does take a lot out of you. And sometimes real talk, like sometimes I'm high as fuck and I say some shit, and then I'm like, I don't know if I should have said that. But like,
that's what I see. Andy tagged you or something. I go to, oh, he did.
Yeah, but see, thing is like I don't hold back on here. I tell you guys everything I think. I don't think there's anybody listening to the show could think I'm holding back because I'm not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. These are the conversation we have here is the conversation people have at their home, around the fire pit, around. You know what I'm saying?
S'mores,
yeah, and we're just having it in public. There's so many millions of people that feel the way that you and I feel that just don't talk because they've been bullied into silence. And really, guys, if you want to change what's going on, you guys got to break out of that being bullied into silence and stop giving a fuck. I've been telling you for years, the arrows have all been took. You could see it. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Dana White. Look at my show. Yeah, they throttle some of my shows, but the reality is I'm still here and I'm bigger than ever. Like, dude, you could speak the truth, bro. Like, so what? You're going to irritate some of your friends. Fuck them, dude. Those people ain't your friends anyway. What have they done for you?
Right.
What have they done for you? Oh, they hung out with you since high school? That's not enough. We have to protect the country. We have to protect our freedom. We have to get our freedom back. We don't even have freedom to protect anymore. But anyway, I love what he's doing. I understand why he's doing it, and I think it would be hard for a regular person to understand why you would do things a certain way that's different than everybody else's, but you're also not him.
Yeah.
You're not a world famous figure. You're not someone who that guy cannot go anywhere ever on earth without everybody knowing who he is. You know what I'm saying? There's other things to think about here. So, and I don't think he's trying to protect his image. I think he says what he wants to say.
Well, not only that, it's not like, I mean, the lawsuits and stuff, that doesn't affect it because even if you do delete it, it's still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they already got it. Like, I think that dude's just an idiot. But I brought this up though because it really made me think.
Yeah,
about
that's just
something.
troll shit.
Just troll shit.
Yeah.
But it just made me think about this, man. Like I'm starting to see, or at least feel, that there is a resurgence of just young, and when I say young, I'm talking, in the 40s, right? Like that's young compared to Biden and all of these guys. But just these young leaders, man, that are stepping back up. And
that's because it's our time.
Dude.
It's our time. It is the 40-year-old, it's the 30 and plus 30 to 50 time to lead.
Yeah.
And because you guys have always been reliant on these older men to lead, we are not stepping up and leading. It's time to lead. It's our time to lead. It's our time to run shit. Like, I don't know what to tell all you men out there that are between the ages of 30 and 50 fucking years old. It's our time now. This country was founded by people that were your age or younger.
Yep.
Like, it's our time. You want the world to be fixed? Step the fuck up. That's what it's going to take. And that's not just here in the United States. That's everywhere in the world. And the reason we have elderly people who can barely talk or think or communicate running our countries across the globe is because we, the most powerful men out here physically, okay, are allowing them to, because we're deferring it to them because it's always been them. Mm-hmm. How long are you going to let your fucking dad wipe your ass, bro? It's time to stop. It's time to step up. It's time to build something so you have some leverage in this game. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It's necessary, man.
Yes, it is necessary for young men, younger men that are under 50 years old to step up and say, we're done with you old crusty motherfuckers. This is our shit. You're not going to ruin it anymore. You're not going to steal from us anymore. You're not going to take any more of our shit, and fuck you. And that's what needs to happen across the fucking globe. These old people have no problem sending people like us and younger to fucking die for their fucking thievery.
Yeah, so they can keep running it. Yeah, man.
It's time, dude. It's time. It's time for people. It's time for grown men to stop being fucking pussies and stand the fuck up and say, I'm not with this shit anymore. Whatever that means to you. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything I say. Whatever it means to you, you need to stand up and be a leader about it. I can't wait to start doing rallies.
Oh, bro, they're going to be amazing.
People don't, yeah, we're doing rallies next year, just so you know. So get ready for that shit. I can't wait. And don't think I'm not going to get up there and call y'all motherfuckers pussies, because I will. Because, dude, we're going to pussy ourselves out of our own birthright. Women, because there are a lot of women that listen. You should start demanding this from your men, okay? Stop fucking douchebags. Stop fucking losers. Stop fucking men without their shit together. And start fucking demanding, if you're going to be with me, because you control the game, you just don't know it. Well, you know it in a little bit. You think, oh, I can do. No, women control the motherfucking men. Tell your fucking man no more pussy until he starts being a man. Real shit. Don't date any of these pussies. Don't fucking go out with them. Don't give them shit. Don't go on a date with them unless they're a real man and they are not afraid to stand up and tell the fucking truth. You guys did this shit with your feminism shit. You scared all the men into fucking being little complacent pussies. Okay, now it's time to fix it by saying no more for you until you behave like a man. Real shit.
And shit will change overnight.
That's right.
You put that pussy on the line.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Men will do incredibly difficult things to get laid. They will fucking build empires. They will conquer countries. They will fucking go to the ends of the earth in a very literal way.
Yeah, bro. You know King Tut built the pyramids for pussy.
Bro, listen, man. Fucking, have you not seen the movie Troy? That's about a woman.
Yeah.
Okay? Entire wars have been fought because women fucking instigated it, and you guys can instigate good change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, stop fucking around with these beta fucks.
Yep.
It's ruining the world.
Bro, that's why the Boston Tea Party got going. That 3% tax, yeah, but like it's because of what's name's wife.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Whose wife?
I don't know.
Oh, you making that up? You fucker. Hey man,
it is real shit though, bro.
All I'm saying is that men and women both have a role.
Yeah.
Men have to stand up and tell the truth and demand action and demand truth and say what it is without fear. Women have to stop having sex with men who don't have their shit together, who are not standing up and who are not being real men. Mm-hmm. That's a big problem in the dynamic of society. Men and women are not meant to compete with each other. They each have a role. And we're all confused on that role because we got all these fucking idiots out here saying one thing or the other thing.
Trying to switch sides. That's what it is.
I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah. It's a combination of feminism and 15 years of trying to belittle men into like into boys.
Yeah.
You know, into soft feminine creatures. And now women look around and they're like, where's all the men? Where's all the men? Well, I don't know. You shamed them all into what they are now. Right. So now demand that they go back the other way. They will. And men, you need to realize, like, by the way, just so you know, young men, nothing's more attractive to a woman than a man that stands up for what the he thinks. He says no when he means no. He stands for what he thinks is true. That's very attractive, even if they pretend they hate you. They still like you.
Yep. I like you too.
Dude, it's there's so much bad information about dating and like the men-women dynamic
that's a
out
whole
here.
Episode by itself.
Dude, I could do a whole podcast series, a whole fucking podcast about this, and we could do it every day because people are so confused. You got women trying to compete with men trying to like be soft and feminine and in touch with their feelings and all this shit. And women are like, bro, you're grossing me out. I'm gonna go be a lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, men, here's as simple as I can explain it to you, men. Okay? No, this is as simple as I can explain it to you. What do you like in a woman?
Quiet.
Hold.
I thought it was a one-word game. Sorry.
We like femininity. We like soft.
We like the softness.
Smell.
You don't want to be that.
Hold on. Some of them do. And we like soft, feminine. We like the opposite of what we're supposed to be like.
Exactly.
And these dudes think that to get a woman, they got to pretend to be that way. Okay? You're missing the point. They like the opposite of what they are, which is what? Oh, it's called a man.
Yep.
Like,
here's the proof for you, bro. Even the lesbians, bro, who do they date? Chicks that try to masculine. We're fucking, bro, it's the truth.
Dude, it's in their biology.
It's the truth.
Okay? Like, dude, be a little rough.
I've never seen two feminine lesbians.
Listen, bro. Be a little rough. Say what you mean. Don't apologize for it unless you up. Then apologize for it like a man.
If you do apologize, mean it.
Yeah, like, dude, go out and be something. Get your fucking ass in shape. Make some money. Like, provide, protect. This is the shit. Like, you guys think you're going to become the friend of these girls. Like, I'm going to be like the girl, and I'm so sensitive. I'm going to send her some love songs, and I'm going to send her some fucking
Taylor Swift concert.
Bro, yeah, I'll go to Taylor Swift with you, and I'll sit in the front row, and then you wonder why she won't you.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, man.
I'll be your Travis.
I'll keep getting in the friend zone. I'm like, yeah, because you act like a fucking girl.
Yeah, no shit.
She thinks you're her girlfriend. Bro, listen, every motherfucker out here, unless they're up, knows I'm telling the truth.
Where's the lie?
Every woman knows I'm telling the truth. Tell you that.
Tell us in the comments. Where's the lie? Let us know. But man, let's get to our thumbs up. Because this is a good one, all right? You like bisons, right? Wear them on the hats. This has to do something with a bison, okay? Our thumbs up.
This is going to be stupid as
What else do you expect?
Our thumbs up. Our thumbs up or dumbest headline reads, Utah man gored and seriously injured by bison he tried to pet, admits he's definitely an idiot in this scenario.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This guy's watched too many fucking cartoons, bro.
Too much Yellowstone, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a Utah man was brutally gored by a bison last month when he went to pet it in an idiotic move. He quickly realized that left him with a lacerated liver and an 8-inch gash. Halen Carbajal, I hope I'm saying that right. Carbajal, that looks right?
Whatever, man.
Yeah, Halen.
Get a cooler name.
Yeah, no shit.
Just leave it Van Halen.
Yeah. Was severely injured during the stunning attack, though he admitted.
Stunning.
He was.
Who would have thought?
He was the, quote, idiot in this scenario for approaching the bison on his way home from an early Thanksgiving with his girlfriend. He noticed the herd of bison on a neighbor's property and decided to get a closer look. Quote, I was definitely an idiot in this scenario. I crossed through the fence. I started walking back near the fence, Cardribal explained to KUTV. Quote, by the time I got back to the fence, he had followed me all the way over, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
They ain't trying to be your friend, bro. He's like, get out of my yard, man.
Yeah. I kind of did want to pet him, so I was just being naive about the whole thing. So I did that, and yeah, he just rocked me pretty good.
Oh man!
He described he described to the station how the animal dipped his head down right before his horn punctured him and flipped him over. He quickly escaped despite being badly hurt. Cardribal suffered an 8-inch gash to the stomach, a broken rib, a lacerated liver, and a banged-up lung, according to the GoFundMe page.
Dude.
He was airlifted to the ICU. He spent 7 days in the hospital.
He was lucky to be alive, man.
Yeah, here's this was right before.
All right, so hold on. So I mistook this guy for being one of these like when I first read the headline, I thought he was one of these soy boy.
No, he's probably from Missouri.
No, this guy is one of our homies that had a couple beers. He's like, hey, watch this. Every fucking super bad injury that I've ever had, it first of all involved alcohol, and second of all, almost all of them except one started with this. Hey, watch this shit. Yeah. Every time. That's what this. All right. Hey, I think this is pretty funny.
Yeah. Well,
let's send this guy a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's send this guy a hat. You could tell he's one of us by his belt buckle and the way he's dressed.
Yep.
This dude probably listens to the show.
Yeah, he's like, he was probably saying, you think Andy and DJ gonna talk about me on the show? Listen, bro. You know what they say, man.
God, dude, he's lucky as
He is. You know what they say, man. You mess with the bull, you get the penis.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they say. He got.
I've heard that lots of times.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
Yeah, look at this guy, bro.
Bro, they're massive.
Whoo! Look at that thing's head. Holy shit, man. Bro, they're awesome. They're awesome animals.
They really are.
They're awesome animals.
Is that your spirit animal? Have we had a few
I would say so. Yeah, man. Like, I really think so. I think that the American bison or buffalo or whatever you want to call it, I mean, I think it represents our country. And I think the coolest thing and the reason I chose it for the logo on our hats and our American Freedom gear is because, like, bro, it's a very intelligent animal. Like, it instinctually knows that when a storm's coming, you walk through the storm because you spend less time in the storm.
Yeah.
What other animal does that? That's how you get through life. When shit happens and bad shit's happening, you fucking don't run from that shit. You go right through it. Yeah. And that's what I love about these animals. And by the way, they've provided for civilization here in this country for not just hundreds of years, but since the history of the country and human inhabitants here ever existed. I mean, they deserve
food.
They deserve the respect and they deserve the admiration that, I think a lot of us have for these animals.
Yeah, they deserve to be left the
and why the do we have two symbols for our political parties that one's a fucking donkey, okay? Donkeys ain't that cool.
Jackass.
Yeah. And then one's an African animal or an Asian animal. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why the fuck do we not have an American animal be in for the American party?
Representation of the party.
Yeah. And that's not what this is, by the way. This is not about politics. This is about personal excellence. It's about being the best that you can be. It's about pushing through the hard shit and showing yourself to be an example for what it looks like to actually give a fuck in your life and to take the responsibility seriously of setting a good example so that the people around us know what that looks like and can do the same. Mm-hmm. We have too many people, like what we spend 20 minutes watching. What was the account we watched earlier?
Cringy.
And we're watching all these people doing all this funny shit and they're getting millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of views. But one thing's in common with every single person on that video. Not a single one of them's trying. They're not even trying. They're making fun of them. These are sad people. These are people with no purpose who have just bought into the matrix so hard that they think that, like, oh, well, I'm just, an unemployed fat person. It doesn't, and it's funny. It's not funny. Like, dude, did you see my face when I was watching it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, I think we recorded it. You guys should put the fucking clip of my face when I was watching it. I didn't even know it was fucking real. I didn't even know. I'm like, is this real or are these people pretending? And I'm it actually upset me because it made me feel like we're wasting our time doing this. Like, who the fuck are we talking to? You know what I'm saying? Now, guys, I know you're out there. I fucking see it. But there needs to be more of us, which is why it's important to fucking step into that idea of personal excellence being the ultimate rebellion so that we can bend culture in the right direction. Make it cool again to be someone who actually gives a fucking tries hard to be a great person and all the things that being a great American or a great human being would embody.
Yeah.
I think the bison represents that very well. And they're badass.
Yeah, they are.
Dude, one of my dreams, like, eventually, is to have a bison ranch. I would love to have a bison ranch. Like we talked about, like out in Wyoming or Montana. Even here in Missouri would be awesome.
You can get it done here.
The more I look at the world, the more I like Missouri.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Nice.
Yeah, the people are nice. No, like, yeah, there's some.
It's terrible. Don't fucking come
Yeah,
here.
but you get what I'm saying. They're like, real talk, dude. A lot of people shit on St. Louis. Even a lot of people that live here, they're like, oh, there's nothing to do. Bro, go somewhere else and deal with the fucking people. Holy shit. At least people here, like, you get a flat tire, they'll fucking stop and help you change your flat tire. You need something, they'll help you. Yeah, maybe not in the inner cities do we get.
They might fix your tire and then take your car.
Yeah. You might get jacked, okay? But the reality is most of the people in this state are amazing people.
Yeah.
And I actually think that most of the people in the world, in the country, are amazing people. It's just that we get this shit pushed in our face like that cringe account to make us think that that's what everybody's like, and it's not.
Yeah.
But this guy here, man, bro, hit us up if you're whoever knows this dude, get his address. We'll send him some shit. Some bicycle gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So you got thumbs up on that?
I mean, it's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb, but I'll give him a thumbs up because I'll be real. Like, I think I've done shit like that before. Maybe not that dumb, but I've done some pretty dumb shit when I've been,
You've done some watch this shit.
I've done, absolutely. Yeah. And I got hurt every time. Every time. How about you?
No, I've done it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing worse.
Absolutely.
There's nothing worse. Because, like, dude, when you get hurt in that situation, it doesn't matter how bad the physical pain is. It's the embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst
that
part.
Overpowers the physical pain.
Yeah, bro. You're like, I'm really hurt, but I'm going to pretend like I'm not. And then you're in the hospital the next day.
Yeah. No, that's real shit. Well, I like it, man.
I like it, too.
I like it. Well, guys, Andy.
That's a real American right there.
Guys, Andy. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Go pay the fee. Don't be a hoe.
On the show.